What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Jeremy from the channel Jeremy's Wild World. I've been kindly asked again by the spider shop to make a video in regards to the Stegodyphus jezza. These are really nice new species of Eresidae that have come on the website, and I really love Eresidae, so I was more than happy to make a video rehousing and setting up one of these gorgeous females today. So do be sure to stick to the end of the video to see how to set up an enclosure for these absolutely gorgeous velvet spiders, and just to see in general, if you're looking for Eresidae care, this is how you take care of them, primarily for the majority of the family. So yeah, now that we talked about what we're going to get up to in today's video, let's get into showcasing this absolutely gorgeous female Stegodyphus jezza. Alright you guys, so starting off today's video on the Spider Shop channel, we're going to obviously be showcasing the species I'm going to be rehousing today, which is the Stegodyphus jezza. Now these are really nice species of Eresidae, and new species for me personally. I currently keep two other species of the Stegodyphus genus, which is the Jumicola and the Lineatus, which I believe at the time of recording this video, the Lineatus are on the website. So if you guys are interested in these as well as the Lineatus, do be sure to check out the spider shop using the link below. So let's get the spider out of the sling pot and we'll take a look at her. Oh, there she is. Oh, you can see the little face in there. Oh, coming out to have a look. All right, so there we go, guys. Take a look at this. So this is a female, and what I'll do is I'll also throw a picture of a male that I have also received along with this female, so you guys can see the differences between the two specimens. These are really nice. As you can see, that cute little face that is well known with the Eresidae species or family even, and then the nice white coloration. I don't believe these are a social spider like the Jumicolas, but if you guys know any better, let me know down in the comments below. So I won't say that today as a recommendation to house them together, although the spider shop do occasionally get these Stegodyphus jumicola, which are known to be communal species. Now these are fairly similar in care in regards to the other Stegodyphus, and as I said in the Paradonia species Limpopo video, very easy to care for as well. So now that you guys have had a look at this gorgeous female Stegodyphus jezza, let's get the enclosure and take a look at what I'm going to be rehousing her into. So now that you guys have had a look at a female Stegodyphus jezza as well as a male from the picture, I'm really excited to hopefully be able to captive breed these and get them distributed within the UK. That's kind of my hobby, little side tangent. I like to breed these true spiders and get captive bred populations going. But aside from that, now that you guys have had a look at her, we're now going to be setting up an enclosure. And the enclosure I'm going to be using today is the Spider Shop's arboreal acrylic enclosure, as you can see right here. So with the Asian Opus suspectans video, I used the medium, and of course we're using the small today, so hopefully I'll have a better idea at putting this together. I will be also doing a time lapse of me putting this enclosure together. But yeah, so just a couple quick things if you guys haven't seen that Asian Opus suspectans video. So this enclosure, really nice clarity, ventilation on the top and the sides, important for Eresidae because they come from drier areas and you want to make sure that the humidity doesn't get too high in the enclosure. You also have the option for mesh if you want to keep mantids in here, and there's also a barcode on the back for a YouTube video to check out if you guys want to see how to put these enclosures together. And yeah, so now you guys have had a look at this enclosure, let's cut into the time lapse of me putting this enclosure together, and then we'll get it set up for the Stegodyphus jezza. And with another somewhat good time lapse, I had to do the lid off camera. This is the finished enclosure. Now, as you can see, these are really fantastic for the Eresidae for a few reasons. One being the ventilation, so I've gone ahead and taken off the lid. So you see the top lid here, lots of air holes, and on the sides of the enclosure as well. This is important for cross ventilation, as the Eresidae genus like to keep fairly dry. If you did want to, you could put the mesh. I personally don't want to put the mesh on it because I'm not having mantis. The mesh is mainly for the mantis to hang off of when they're molting, but you don't have to worry about that with the Eresidae. So now that I've set up this enclosure, let's get some substrate inside, which I've gone ahead and mixed off of camera, which is this lovely dried substrate mix. This consists of topsoil peat moss, various sands and excavated clay. Now this is just my preference for substrate. You don't necessarily have to use this mix, but essentially you just want something that stays fairly dry. You can even use dried cocoa fiber, dried soil. There's some substrate mixes on the Spider Shop as well for arid species, but just something that stays fairly dry. That's what you want to be using. Now with the Eresidae, you don't have to worry about too much of a substrate layer. As you can see, I didn't use the full substrate barrier. Now this is because they don't really bury into the substrate, it's more just for aesthetic looks. But yeah, so now that I've got some substrate mix in, what I'm going to do is put some dried moss into the corner. Now this moss will be basically just for decor, but you can mist it very sparingly. Like I said, Eresidae like to be kept fairly dry, so you don't want to have high humidity levels in here at all really. This is mainly just again for aesthetic looks. And then you want to put various cork bark pieces or any branches and stuff like that inside the enclosure for anchor points, just so there's lots of areas for this little spider to make its home. Actually, I think what I'll do, put this big one in the back like so. There we are, just like that. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Flip this around, and yeah, so that is pretty much very nice, basic but very nice enclosure for your Stegodyphus jezza. Now what you can do, and what I probably will do off of camera, is put some leaf litter in here just for aesthetic reasons, and they may use the leaf litter to incorporate into their webbing. But the main things you want to keep in mind when setting up an enclosure for the Stegodyphus jezza or Eresidae in general: 1, cross ventilation, dry substrate, lots of anchor points, and that's pretty much it, and you're sorted for setting up an enclosure for the Eresidae. So now that we've got this all sorted out, let's get this gorgeous Stegodyphus jezza rehoused into this enclosure. So now we get into the final part of today's video, which of course is rehousing this gorgeous Stegodyphus jezza. Now as you can see, she has made a little bit of webbing in here whilst waiting for her little enclosure. Now you can tell this is a female by the little spot right there. This isn't a mature female, they will get a little bit bigger than this. As you saw by the male, they can get fairly large for a Stegodyphus species. But yeah, so this is going to be a simple rehousing. What I'm just going to do is use some tongs and get this girl into the enclosure. Now these spiders, again, like all Eresidae, are fairly docile, so you don't really have to worry about them attacking the tongs or doing a runner, because they're quite clumsy without their webbing. So what I'll do, I'll just put it down on the substrate barrier, and then off she runs. And there we go. Simple rehousing, really nice species. Again, take the opportunity while they're around for owning this species. This is fairly new for me as well, and as you can see, she's just sitting there in the back. And what she'll probably do is make a little webbing back here. I'll give her some prey items, sticking it onto the prey, sticking the prey onto the webbing. And yeah, so that is pretty much it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Do let me know down in the comments below if you have any requests for other species and or other true spiders you would like to see videos on. And yeah, so do be sure to check out the channel Jeremy's Wild World and my social media. I'm really active on there, posting all of my collection I keep here. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's get into the outro and end today's video. And that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I really do enjoy these Eresidae, and I'm so excited to see her settle in, and fingers crossed I can get her paired with the male that I've also received from the spider shop. I do believe they have mixed sexes, so if you guys are looking to pair these yourself, do be sure to leave a comment in the order when you make them on the website. And I really do appreciate you guys checking out the video. Do be sure to check out my channel, Jeremy's Wild World. I'm really active on there, you know, posting my collection. As you can see right here, I keep various species of animals, mostly invertebrates, and I do focus on the true spiders. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that, check out my YouTube channel and my social media links that are on my YouTube channel as well. So that's all from me today, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.